Hi there, it's Jenny from Chocolate Chunky Munkie here. For my first ever vlog, I thought I would do a tour of my bookshelves. So if you'd like to just follow me, I will show you around. I have some Rachel Kane books, and this is the Morganville Vampire series. I've got quite a few of those at the moment to read. I must admit I haven't read any of the series yet, but my friends do assure me that it is good. Next we're moving on to, you can see here we have some books by PC Cast. I've read nearly all of her House of Night series. I did enjoy them very much. Next we're moving on to Maria V. Schneider. I've read her Opal Cowan Sea Glass and Fire Glass series. These I haven't read yet. This is the Poison Study series. Really looking forward to that. Oh, we've got Lindsay Sands there. I've not read any of her books yet. Spite Me If You Can. The cover looks really good on this one. Look. Nice. And then we have Nalini Singh. I've read one book so far. Danny Pen to Paper recommended me to read these. She bought me the first in the series, which I really enjoyed. And I thought, right, okay, I'll give them a try. With Stephanie Meyer, I've read all of the books now in the series, Twilight series, and I absolutely loved them. Moving on to the next shelf, Danny again gave me Red Riding Hood to read. Looking forward to that. I haven't seen the film yet, but I would like to read the book before I see the film. Then we've got Robert J. Sawyer, Watch. We've got Dead Beautiful here, which is by Yvonne Woon. And the cover of this is awesome, look at that. Such a beautiful cover. Well, there we go. And then we've got Dark Heart Forever by Lee Monroe. We've got Blood Feud, which I think could be the second book or third book in the series. And that cover on there, that is beautiful. My favourite colour purple there. Then we've got Minion by L.A. Banks. Carry the Mark. I've recently bought this one and it does look nice. I do like the sound of the blurb on that one. Danny kindly gave me Incubus to read. There we go. Then we've got book 2, which is Nocturne by Christine Johnson. On my trip to Hay-on-Wye, I got the Declaration by Gemma Malley. This one here. I've been after this one for ages. It's been on my wish list for a long time. I really do like the sound of that one. We've got the Kitty Norville series here. We've got the first 3 in the series. Trudy Canavan, Magician's Guild and The Novice. It's from the Black Magicians trilogy. The Turning, and the Jennifer Armentrout Blood Ties book. It's called The Turning. That looks really good. Moving on to The Traveller now. I have to say I am a huge fan of John 12 Hawkes. I've read all of the books in this series and this book here is a keeper. I love The Traveller. If you haven't read it, please get and read it. We've got some more Rachel Kane. This is the Wetham Warden series. I haven't read any of these yet. I've got 4 books here and some more books of the series on my Kindle. I've got Maggie Shane book there. I've not read any of her books yet, but that looks interesting. And moving down to the next level, we have my Sookie Stackhouse collection. So I've got most of the books there in the series, and I've read them all, apart from the last one. I haven't read that one yet, but it looks really, really good. So those are all keepers there. They're brand new books that I bought again because I stupidly gave away my first set of books. Totally regretted it, and now I've got them back. Then I've got Generation Dead by Daniel Waters. Haven't read that yet. I've got another Jennifer Armentrout book, Possession. That one looks interesting. I Love You, But Then I'd Have to Kill You. What such an interesting title. There we go. And that's by Ali Carter. Then we've got Fabulous Nobodies by Lee Tulloch. Haven't read that yet. Another one of my favourite authors, well, 2 of my favourite authors you can see here. The first one is Jasper Fforde. I absolutely adore his Shades of Grey book. It is fantastic. I was lucky enough to get it signed in person by Jasper himself, and I got to meet the gentleman, and he was lovely, so I can't say enough about him. I haven't read this book yet, and look what somebody did to it. Isn't it awful? I fancy writing that on there. And next, another favourite author of mine is Bill Bryson. I love his books. They're written mostly about his travels, but he's got such an entertaining and funny way of writing. I mean, these books have just had me in stitches before now. So I really recommend these. If you're having a down day, read Bill Bryson. He's bound to pick you up. This is more my hardback shelf here. I've got pretty, I love the chessboard. Got Cuckoo by Julia Crouch. This Silas book here, this is one I won on Goodreads. So I look forward to reading that one. And on the front it has a chocolate Labrador. And as you know, me at Chocolate Chunky Munkie, I love chocolate Labradors. So that won me for a start because it has a dog on the front. Another one I got from America whilst I was there on my travels. It's a Charlaine Harris book, anthology book again with some different authors. Look, Grim Reaper on the front with a suitcase. That's funny. And we got The Kingdom Beyond the Waves by Stephen Hunt. The steampunk book there. I haven't read any of the series yet, but they do look good. Dorothy Cumpson, The Woman He Loved Before. Some more Charlaine Harris ones there. Recently got this one. This is a Sookie Stackhouse companion there. Look at the cover. I do love those covers. Hummingbird and the Bear by Nicholas Hogg. We got another Jasper Ford. That's the first book in his Thursday Next series. It's The Air Affair. Look at that. Look at the writing. That's lovely. Got Blood Magic here by Tessa Grattan. Looking forward to reading that. This one here, this is The Royal Pain by Mary Janice Davidson. It's the Shift by Rachel Vincent. That's book 5. I haven't read any of the books yet, but I'm looking forward to that. We've got Shadowland by Alison Knoll here. Just here we have Wither by Lauren De Stefano. Look at the cover on that, is it so pretty? We've got Claudia Gray. Then we've got some Celia Reese books. And we've got My Sister Lives on the Mantelpiece by Annabelle Pitcher. And then this one of my friends, Julie, she bought me a book. Look, doggy's on. One Dog at a Time, Saving the Strays of Helmond. And I really look forward to that, finding out what happens to the dogs. Then we've got Liz Jensen. I've got 12 by Jasper Kent. I've got the third or fourth book in the series of Charlaine Harris. Here we've got some World Book Night books. Moving on to Margaret Atwood, we've got Oryx and Crake. I've read the Year of the Flood. Now that's a very strange book, but I did enjoy it. But apparently I should have read Oryx and Crake first. I think it probably would have made more sense if I did. Got 0.4 by Mike Lancaster. Now this one, I've recently had a book giveaway for this book. It looks fabulous. I must admit the cover is a little bit strange. Look, there's somebody's hand there. It's a very creepy cover, but it looks excellent. Now these ones here, wow, look at the covers. They are amazing. Look, this is what drew me to them. We've got Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I haven't read that yet. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I haven't read that yet, but I really do want to read Wuthering Heights. It's one of my mysteries. Got Pride and Prejudice. Look at the covers. There we go, by Jane Austen. Mistover Pendle. That's... Oh, now, must draw this one out. This is my favourite book. Now this is Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. Now I absolutely adore this book. Didn't think I would because it's zombies, and I must admit, zombies have always freaked me out. But I really like the way it was written, and I really like the stories, and I've read all the stories in the series, and I can say, if you haven't read it, read it. It hasn't got a major ick factor with zombies, but they do obviously appear in the story.